Welcome back to Bruins Game Reactions. Boston Bruins lose 4-0 to the Toronto Maple Leafs in what was just another really bad game. And that's unfortunately all there is to it. I think this one's going to be quicker. I hope this one's going to be quicker. I am incredibly tired. This game drained me today. I'm going to be honest with that. First of all, here's the lines for tonight's game. Tyler Johnson, newly signed player, gets into the lineup. Max Jones ended up being the corresponding move, gets sent down to AHL Providence. And, that's the lineup going into this game. First period, nothing really to talk about, just a couple points. Andrew Peeke left this game after Max Pacioretty jumped. He jumped at him. He jumped while Andrew Peeke was bent over rather, sending the puck out of the zone. Pacioretty jumps, hits him in the shoulder. Peeke knocks his head off the glass and goes down to the ice. Remained there for maybe another 90 seconds. Did not return to this game. So the Bruins were down a man for the majority of this game. There was no penalty on the play, which I don't quite get. I guess you're allowed to jump and leave your feet now to throw a hit. With just over 3 minutes left to play in the period, David Pastrnak gets hit from behind by Chris Tanev, and clear as day, right in the numbers, gets thrown into the boards. Brad Marchand takes exception to it and ends up body slamming Chris Tanev onto the ice. And that would be where the good news ends for the Bruins, kind of. Your captain sticks up for your star players as a star player. You want him to do that. And then, that's going to be how the first period ends. Another thing to note, Austin Matthews was out, and the Leafs have a record of 32 now, 19-2, if I'm not mistaken, since Matthews has joined the league with him out of the lineup. That's pretty good. That is a pretty good record for not having a now 60 goal scorer, almost 70 goal scorer, off your team for nights on end. He's out day to day with an upper body injury. I actually told my buddy as I found out that he was injured to bet on the Leafs, and he did. So congrats to him. This was my bet slip. That was before the news came out. We'll say that. And that does it for the first period roundup. On to the second. This is where officiating got out of hand. Right off the opening face-off, Ryan Reeves called Mark Kastelik over. And it looked like they were going to go at it. They never ended up actually doing anything. Kind of typical of Ryan Reeves, act all big and tough, don't do anything about it. Then 8.5 minutes in, Morgan Rielly on the power play, which that's coming later on in this video. Slap shot from the point, beautiful screen in front by the Leafs, off the post, right past Swayman. 1-0 Toronto. The Bruins allowed 3 power play goals today. So again, 3 for 7 is what they allowed. So I guess you allowed less than 50%. You still allowed 3 and put up how many? 0, 0, 0, 0. Oh, you put up 0. They put 0 up in 6 chances. on the power play, which, I'm going to be real, some of those were make-up calls. They were quite bad. The penalties were 6-3 in Boston's favor at one point. Boston had 6 penalties called against them. The Leafs had 3. There were make-up calls made in this game. The officiating wasn't great on both sides of the puck, but in the NHL's eyes, that means it's good officiating. So, if they're happy with it, I guess we have to kind of sit here and eat what they feed us. And tonight was the game that they fed us. Second goal from the Leafs comes from William Nylander on what is a great shot by a great player. Mitch Marner has the puck, passes it up to the point. Riley passes it over to Nylander. Nylander takes a shot, doesn't get through, gets deflected onto Marner. Marner sends the pass right back. Nylander takes a shot, deflected off a Bruin in front. Deflected off Brandon Carlo in front. Into the net. I would like to know what the Bruins' goal differential is when they're not scoring on themselves. Because that seems to be happening an awful lot this year. This has got to be 7. Feels like it's almost 1 every loss now. As unfortunate as that is. But that's just how it happens. Matthew Knies was also in front once again. I think he got a point in this one. If not, he fully deserved one. He was a piece of work all night tonight. And that's exactly what the Leafs need in him. And, well, he was. Matthew Poitras wasn't on the ice for any of the goals, I believe. Played a good game though. Took a stick up high to draw a high sticking call. Hopefully he's all right. I would imagine he'd be back in the lineup for the next game. And as I was reviewing this third goal, turns out Matthew Knies actually had 2 points. Had this goal and an assist on the first one. I mean, this is just a bad play. I mean, you're on the penalty kill, you're doing what you can, but it's going to happen. Tavares gets the puck down low, sends it up to Nylander, over to Riley, back to Nylander, down to Knies, shoots, scores. You knew it was coming. He's been really good against the Bruins. Dating back to last season. He played well in the first game against us. And he gets rewarded with a couple points in this one. They mentioned on the broadcast David Pastrnak didn't look like himself. He's been dying for a goal. Like, it's getting kind of crazy. He had 4 shots just at the end of the second. Probably had another 1 or 2 in this one, or in the third period. He's been putting up shots, but they haven't been bouncing in for him. I saw a graphic before the game on Instagram. Unluckiest shooters this year. Brad Marchand and Pavel Zacha were both on that list. So take that as you will. I guess that's a good thing. Meaning that they'll hopefully progress to the median. William Nylander was also on that list. So Draisaitl as well, I'm pretty sure. He has 9 goals so far. Don't quite know if I'd call that unlucky, but using their metrics it is. Yeah. This one sucked. Swayman got pulled after the fourth goal. Korpisalo went in, which the fourth goal was an empty net. Korpisalo went in for 10 seconds. That was kind of weird. Maybe something to keep an eye on. the penalty kill, man. Once again, it proves to be an issue. I don't know what there is to do that you can fix it, honestly. Yeah. I don't know if there's a move to be made maybe this season, but I mean, if we're bad, I picked a hell of a year to start these videos. I don't think this record represents how good this team is. Or I expected the record to be better. Since that Dallas Stars game, that was kind of the dig in, lock in. I don't think the record's much better than before it, honestly. Here's before, here's after. The Stars game is going to be included in the before side. And yeah, you get Calgary, Ottawa, Thursday, Saturday. I don't want to say this. This pains me. I think you give Korpisalo both games. He's at least a hand. I'm not going to say Swayman looks bad. You can't... you're going to allow bad goals on the power play. That's why the power play exists in the NHL. It's a punishment. And the Bruins just so happen to be getting punished badly on the power play this year. It doesn't help when you're the most penalized team in the league either. It was 1-2 tonight. Boston, Toronto were 1-2. Florida's up there as well. I think they're top 5 still. I don't know. It's I'm gonna try not to swear, but it's a bad situation to be in right now, honestly. This team should work, in theory. You had the fourth line clicking for a little bit, broke them up. A new hot button issue, clearly around the league, not just in Boston land. Jim Montgomery, he's in the last year of a deal. Or he's in the last year of his deal. Maybe you play it out. Try and get a new coach in next season. Yeah. If this is where the Bruins are, and they are some 20th-ish place team, I haven't looked at the standings at all this week. I think we're ahead of Montreal. I don't know how that game ended. I know it was 3-2 when I last checked. They were facing Calgary. I don't know. If we're this bad, I don't think it's true. As much as the record will say it is. Yeah. This is going to be a bit of a longer video for my standards. So I'm going to cut it off here. My hours at work have been cut. Bit of a look into my personal life. I work at a golf course, so obviously it's December time in Southern Ontario. December time? It's coming to winter time in Southern Ontario. So it's getting cold. People don't want to go golfing. I'm going to try and make a couple new videos on what I think the Bruins could do. Obviously, you have a handful of free agents to sign, or pending free agents at the end of this season. Trent Frederick's one of them. He's gained a lot of interest from a lot of teams, and I don't blame him. He's a good player. He's probably going to go and get a $4.5 million deal from a team, and that's not going to be Boston, because they don't have the money to pay him. But I'm gonna make another video in the coming days, maybe weeks. See how it goes. Obviously, I'm still in school, so that's gonna take priority over these videos. At least for now. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. Click like if you like. Click subscribe if you really like. And just remember, it's not all bad. Although, this is pretty bad.